Hey, Liberty Bugle Town Hall. Jeremy Scott here. Hey, I just wanted to talk to you guys really quick about something that, unless you've been living under a rock, I'm sure you've heard about lately. Uh, right up here, Alvin Bragg, so he's a Manhattan district attorney, is thinking that he's going to be more powerful than federal prosecutors and somehow bring charges against Donald Trump. A weird conglomeration where they're trying to actually elevate a misdemeanor to the gravity of a felony. I can tell you, not even being a legal expert, it's not going to work. Why do I say this? Well, I don't know. Federal prosecutors have already taken a run at it. They've already looked at all the evidence, all the data, and they've said, no, there's not enough evidence to make it happen. And so I can tell you that this is really going to amount to about zero. What's interesting, though, is how well Donald Trump has played this. He himself came out last week, Saturday, Sunday, sometime over the weekend, talking about how he may be charged, maybe potentially arrested come Tuesday. Well, Tuesday came and went, and nothing happened. And come to find out, as of reporting as of today, the jury in this grand jury that has been put together, people can't seem to agree on whether it's even a valid case or not to even bother prosecuting. So what happened is Alvin Bragg trying to make a name for himself, and he's a DA of one of the boroughs. It's not even the New York State AG. He's a small time guy. He's a chump, honestly. And Alvin, if you watch this, you're a chump, pal. That's all I got to say about you. There's nothing exciting about you. You've run up against the worst possible opponent in the worst possible arena that you possibly could. And the people that are encouraging you to push this case are so out of their depth, it's unreal. Folks, all that Alvin Bragg has done is helped the Trump re-election campaign. That's all he's done. And in fact, he may be the biggest helper of all. Now, Alvin Bragg, he originally came out very boisterous and very very big, like he was really very bigly, like he was going to do something, and he really wanted that mugshot. You know why they want a mugshot of Donald Trump? Because it would go in every DNC fundraising email, newsletter, smoke signal, a carrier pigeon, door hanger. You name it. It would go into absolutely every bit of DNC advertising and promoting for any campaign over the next, 2 decades. They would probably use it. Hell, they're still attacking Reagan. They're still attacking Nixon. They'll drudge up anything. So this case, the reason that it came to light, or even what he thinks the standing is that Trump had paid off a porn star. And guys, really, most of you really know this, but Stormy Daniels, an adult film star, now, she's not a bad-looking girl. Do I blame the Donald? Well, he was a married man. It's things he shouldn't be doing. But did he really have an affair with her? I don't really know. She even came out and said that they didn't. And then later on, her attorney, who is now in prison, Michael Avenatti, pressured her and pushed her forward to recant that statement and say that she did have an affair and this and that. And they tried to bleed Trump, for hush money. Of course, Donald Trump said, I don't want that showing up in the family checkbook. Melania knows where the money goes, and some of you may believe that she doesn't know where the money goes. I don't know if she does or not. Probably, she's a smart lady. I'm guaranteed she knows where the dollars go. But anyway, he wanted to keep it out of the light. So he had his attorney at the time. If we can find a picture, anyway, we'll add that in later on. Michael Cohen. His attorney at the time paid him out of his funds because he didn't want it showing up in his own. But the biggest thing is this is not a campaign finance situation, because any funds that were paid to Ms. Daniels did not come out of campaign funds. That would have come out of Donald Trump's, even his own personal and private money. Do I think he should have paid hush money to her? Hindsight being 2020, he should have paid her a damn thing, because he's just out 130 grand, or Michael Cohen is, or somebody is, and really nobody was hushed about anything, to be quite honest. So we're in a situation right now where the Donald is doing really quite well. Now, But let's not forget who Alvin Bragg really is. He was one of the radical DAs who was instilled or promoted, put into play by a gentleman that a lot of you know and love. Let's say it now, Georgie boy. George Soros. Nothing should surprise you about this guy. But he has promoted every soft-on-crime DA. Why? Because he wants chaos in the streets. He wants innocent men and women to be murdered. He really wants people dead. He wants blood in the streets. He wants absolute friggin' chaos in the cities. He wants to destabilize American culture, destabilize our legal system, and throw us to the wolves so he can pick it clean like he's done so many times before. So this guy has just done nothing but enriched himself over and over and over again at the cost of the misery of millions of people. Hopefully George will kick off in a horrible and unfortunate and ugly way someday down the road. It's one of those things where, you know, I would never do harm to the man, but I wouldn't be sad when he leaves the planet. How about that? Unfortunately, there are more scum to take his place shortly thereafter. But at least one will go away. You can look up all you want on this guy. The story and the rap sheet, not really a rap sheet, but the story goes far and wide on this gentleman here being covered over the last decade at least of his pervasive and unseemly manner in which he enriches himself and approaches things. Aside from that, Alvin Bragg has here's a big problem Alvin has. It's integrity. He has none. He's done his best to take actual felonies and decrease them all to misdemeanors. I'll say it again. He's taken felonies, including assaults, rapes, criminal damage, robbery, theft, all sorts of things that have happened in New York, and he's reduced the sentences from felony counts to misdemeanors and cashless bail and just set people back out on the streets. Now he thinks that he wants to be Mr. Law and Order, and now he's going to take Donald Trump to task and elevate what should have been a line item misdemeanor to the gravity of a felony. It doesn't work, Alvin. You have really no integrity in this. But how this is going to play out is it's going to be excellent press for Donald Trump. Excellent. And I can tell you, if there was ever a moment that things started to turn towards Donald here for the nomination, it's now. And Alvin helped him out a whole bunch in this situation because what happened? He brought him back into the news cycle. And I'm not happy about part of that, but he brought him back into the news cycle. So guess what? CNN, MSNBC, or MSDNC, or MSLSD, as you might want to call them, all of the talking heads, all the liberals are going absolutely insane. But there are a few who are going, whoa, wait a second. They realize that the more sunlight you give to Donald Trump, the worse it's going to be for them. And I'm glad that they see it, because it's coming. And that's where we're at. So hang in tight. We'll keep you updated on things that go along. But for those of you who hadn't heard what's happening, that's it. Nothing major. Line item issue, accounting problem, not a campaign finance violation, not a felony, and not going anywhere. As to borrow the phrase, but whoever created it, to borrow the phrase, this is a big fat nothing burger, and it's going to get served right on top of Alvin Bragg's face. And that's about it. So stay tuned with us, guys. We'll have more great content coming up for you soon. Jeremy Scott, Liberty Bugle Town Hall. Please subscribe. Click the button. I'll do my Joe Biden impression. Subscribe. Come on, man. Come on. Subscribe. We'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.